Hello, and welcome to Planning, Protection, and Optimization based on ITIL 2011. My name is Dr. Suzanne Van Hove, and I will be your instructor. This course is about several key ITIL processes around the area of service design. These processes, you'll recognize them readily as our warranty processes as we think about delivering value to customers. So these processes that we're going to look at from a very practical application include capacity, availability, continuity, security, and demand management. Now, demand management is that outlier. It comes from service strategy, but its tight relationship to capacity, continuity, security, and availability makes it a good choice to be included in the PPO capability. This course will also prepare you for that certification exam. The objectives then, looking at service management as a practice, a bit of a review around some of the foundation concepts. We'll look at the processes across the service life cycle that pertain to the practical elements of PPO. We'll look at capacity management specifically as a capability to realize successful service design, as well as availability as a capability to realize successful service design. We'll also look at the relationship of IT service continuity management as a capability to support overall business continuity management. Additionally, information security management will be looked at in some depth in its relationship to design as well as part of the overall corporate governance framework. The PPO roles and responsibilities will be discussed at some depth. This is a good one to know, as well as the technology and implementation considerations. Finally, we'll look at the challenges, critical success factors, and risks for service design, service operation, and service transition. The course prerequisites, well, you must have a foundation certificate, and you can achieve that foundation certificate one of two ways. Directly as a cert from the ITIL 2007 or 2011 volumes or educational schema, or if you're an old-timer in service management and you had that V2 foundation, V1 or V2, and you took that bridge certificate that was available around the release of 2007 ITIL, you are eligible to sit this class and take the exam. It's strongly recommended that you have the core volumes within the ITIL library itself, and in particular that you have not only read, you've studied the service design volume and the relevant parts within service strategy. You will get great benefit from doing that, not only for this course, but within the operations of your own organization. Before we can go any further, we have to go through some legal information here, the registered trademarks and copyrights. Unfortunately, because they are registered trademarks and copyrights, I have to read them directly, so bear with me for a few minutes. Please note that all the graphics and charts seen in this video are the property of Axelos Limited. ITIL is a registered trademark of Axelos Limited. IT Infrastructure Library is a registered trademark of Axelos Limited. The swirl logo is a trademark of Axelos Limited. And finally, Axelos is a registered trademark of Axelos Limited. Okay, we've got that out of the way. Let's think about what we have coming up in the next modules. We'll start off with a little bit of information around the exam, its structure and format. We'll give you some question answering strategies and techniques as we assign those individual sample exam questions for you to practice with. We'll look at service management as a practice, again, kind of reviewing and level setting all of our information that we've learned or key information that we learned within the foundation course. Then we'll jump right into the processes that we need to discuss. So demand, capacity, availability, information security, and IT service continuity management. We'll look at them individually. We'll look at great depth at the activities that they perform and are responsible for, as well as their inner relationships, not only between and among themselves, but across the service life cycle. We'll conclude with a session around service management technology. The curriculum path for ITIL, if you're interested in achieving the ITIL Expert, well, there's a few things that you must do, and then you get a couple of choices. Obviously, you must have the foundation certificate, and then the other mandatory course is Managing Across the Life Cycle, or MALC. Additionally, you need to have achieved 22 credits. MALC and Foundation provide 7, so you need another 15 credits to achieve, as well as successfully completing MALC, to achieve that ITIL Expert title. You can get those 15 credits either in the life cycle or capability side, or whatever you want to call it, or a combination of both. The life cycle courses are worth 3 points or credits, and the capability are worth 4. This should have been a repeat of some of the information that you heard in the foundation course. Some materials that you can download that will assist your learning as we go through these videos. First of all, there is the student guide. It's a good one to have as we go through the various slides and information for you to take notes with or on. There is the exercise guide that will not only include the exercises that we assign, but also some suggested answers. There is a training plan, the official sample papers from Axelos for this course. Understand that there are 3 documents for each sample exam. There is the scenario document, the actual question document, and then the answers and justifications document. We'll be using all of them. Make sure you download them and have them readily available. There's also the Axelos course syllabus. You may think, oh, I don't need to read the syllabus, but there is a section in there that is absolutely critical. There is a word list at the end of that document that is quite important that you know all of those terms. It's just assumed that you do know them, so you're going to have to take ownership of that. Now, if you don't know the ITIL definition for those terms, I encourage you strongly to go to the official website, which is www.itil-officialsite.com, and on the left-hand side of that home page, you'll see a link for glossaries. Read the IP statements, agree to them, and then download the appropriate 2011 glossary in the language of your choice. Make sure you use it to discover the definitions of those terms. Okay, and then the last one is that there's some information in the download section about the ITIL exam themselves. Okay, so that's the administrative things here. I'm excited about getting started. I hope you are too. We'll see you in the next lesson.